So moving on, we have Dillon and Dalton Worley, the co-founders of CBDism. Dalton has been a personal THC enthusiast for the past 15 years. Entering the CBD market was a natural progression because of the intrigue it held on from a medical standpoint. Dillon has a master's in Geology Science. The CBD industry appealed to him due to the science that was involved in each sector of the industry. His goal is to have every human have access to a daily dose of CBD. Hey, I've no doubt, Dillon, I'd love to get the entire world a daily dose of CBD, but it seems like we need to ramp up productions. But thank you so much for joining us, and welcome to the Hemp Show.
Yes, thank y'all for having us.
Yeah, likewise. Definitely excited to, talk about some CBD products and, just the overall hemp industry.
Excellent. Just one quick note. Be sure to speak up a little bit, guys. It's a little bit quiet on your end.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, well, first things first. Let's dose out.
Oh man, I should have had a joint ready to light up right here.
Yeah, so right here we have our
next Hemp Show.
Yeah, so here's our Cool Mint 1500 milligram oil tincture. I would say this is our most popular oil tincture. We use the MCT oil as a carrier.
Yeah, and from there, I chose our Assorted Fruit CBD gummies. This is my personal favorite. Just out of convenience. A lot of times we're busy working, so it's pretty easy just to grab a gummy and take it from there.
Sure. So you guys are going to get started dosing. You're going to make everybody else jealous.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. But yeah, I'd love to know more. I know that the audience wants to know more about CBDism, where you started, and the overall product line.
Yeah, for sure. I just want to get them started on how we chose the name and who we are.
Yeah, so basically we started in this industry having tried CBD products ourselves. We kind of thought that in general it was rather expensive to dose out daily. So that's kind of what spurred CBDism, and it was just our quest to provide a quality product at a quality price, and that's kind of how we arrived at CBDism.
Yeah, and one of the cool things about our company is we actually founded and started our company as COVID hit. So a lot of people might have thought it was a bad time to start a company, but we actually thought it was a great opportunity to start a company. So we actually funded our business by washing windows and power washing. And that kind of leads into having a affordable CBD product out there for everyone. We understand we're some blue collar workers, so we know how sometimes it could be expensive to get into the CBD market. And yeah, so from there, man, our business has just really taken off, and we've really grown a lot. We went from a small company to pushing hundreds of pounds of flour. So everything happened really fast. So we're really excited about that.
Very cool. So do you guys have a previous to CBDism? Have you ever sold bulk flour or bulk goods? Is this your first experience selling CBD products or even say cannabis products?
Yes, for sure. We always have had small businesses, but this is our first time I have a business where we create a product and sell a product. So there's definitely some new hurdles to overcome and challenges with that, but we're really excited. I love selling a product that I love. That's the easiest thing to sell when you enjoy your own product. So I'm just trying to get as much CBDism out there so everyone can try it.
Yeah, that's a word of wisdom to everybody. If you don't like your product, you probably shouldn't be selling it. If you're not willing to take it yourself, I can't tell you how many people I've engaged with in the cannabis industry that has never smoked cannabis or, with THC in it before, never gotten high. And I'm like, man, what are you doing here? So definitely you gotta love your own products. So tell me a bit more about when you got started and how COVID has worked in this whole experience.
Yeah, so we really ramped up around May 1st, and from there we kind of focused on wholesalers and distributors, because we figured if we can infiltrate that market, that would be like the easiest way to spread our own personal brand. So through that, we definitely attacked that plan. It worked out. Within this industry, though, there's also laws and regulations, and on August 2nd, there were some bills passed here in Texas that really impacted our company. So we've had to deal with COVID, which some would say COVID has actually helped this industry, because people they're stressed out, and they're more likely to smoke or dose out daily to kind of bring down their stress levels.
Sure. So when you're talking, when you launched in May, prior to that, had you been devising CBDism? Has this been a plan for a while, or was it just kind of an aha moment and you're just like, hey, I know what we're doing?
Yeah, I mean, it all started in 2019 with the idea. Both of us love CBD, and we're just trying to find the right moment to get into it. So we started sourcing our suppliers, our farms, our labs, and just trying to get all our ducks aligned. Our name, that's one of the hardest things, is coming up with a name, and I think the name says everything. It's who we are about. It is a culture. We want to have a large following, the people that love our products, and we want to offer different products where you can dose out daily. Like, you don't have to smoke it. You don't have to just take the oil drops. We have the gummies, the vape cartridges, the MuscleSal, a bath bomb. So we're constantly coming up with new ideas. I always got to settle Dalton down. He's definitely the mastermind behind all the new products. So we will consistently be bringing out new products.
Excellent. So as COVID gripped us in March and the country started to shut down, you've got April and May. Was this officially? I mean, you're thinking about it since 2019. Was it officially like, all right, you know what? As you're sitting in your home for 2 months, we're doing this. Was that kind of how it happened?
100%. That's when we're like, all right, we're getting our website, we're getting our name, we're getting everything. It's time to go. Because we actually had another business and went to zero. It's a event staffing company. So we figured, we don't know how long this COVID is going to last, but that's going to be at zero for a while. So that's when we started washing windows and power washing. And then I think Dalton had the idea. He's like, man, let's move forward with that CBD company. I was like, man, we have nothing to lose when we have nothing.
That's great. That's great. The true hustle, and you had a lot of time on your hands, or at least a lot of time to work in your house and develop this.
Exactly.
So can you dive into more specifically to the products? I want to know more about the different product lines, the different dosage amounts, what CBDism as a whole offers.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we'll start with our best seller, which is going to be this MuscleSal. We actually just upgraded the formula, and we added some Nano CBD into it. So what that nanoparticle size does is you absorb it into your system within seconds. So that really upgraded a awesome MuscleSal already. We use 3,000 milligrams of CBD and 1,000 milligrams of CBG. So this is a very powerful product, and it works very well. And then
very cool. Well, I'm an avid workout enthusiast. Have been my whole life. So I'm going to shoot you over my address. I better get a care package pretty soon here.
Yeah, this one does not disappoint. The hardest people to convince with our CBD products were our own parents. And after we made this and had them try it out, they were a believer. Now they're our number one salespeople.
Let's be real. I mean, most people's parents were hard to convince when it came to THC and CBD. I mean, I honestly think my parents avoided the question, or they knew what was going on, but I think they avoided it for about 5 years. So when I started in 2011, I truly think they just turned their head until about 2016 when they kind of opened their eyes, like, what's this? Oh, it's legal here? Oh, Excellent. So yeah, what do you have for us next?
Yeah, so I just wanted to also showcase, this is our Nano CBD distillate, and we've seen a pretty good uptick with this Nano product, and we feel pretty confident that a lot of brands are going to be moving this direction, only because consumers continually become more and more educated. So they, you know, they are starting to look for these minors and also nano products. So we feel pretty confident with this market. So we are wholesaling this product, you know, per liter, and then also white labeling tinctures.
Excellent. So this would have been a good question to bring in Daniel with E1011 Labs about the bioavailability, because you know, especially with something like a nano product, I mean, how much of the cannabinoids is your body actually taking in? And with something like nano, it increases that bioavailability. So definitely, well, we'll get to that one point. We'll include you guys both in the combo.
Yeah. Yeah, and then next, we'll move on to our flower. So we always keep at least 8 strains for our jarred up flower. This is our Northwest cultivator. This is one of our most popular strains, and I'm just pull out a few nugs for y'all so y'all can get a good look. I don't know if you can smell it through the computer, but please try, because it smells.
Hey, we're working on smell-o-vision.
Yeah, so you know the computer camera doesn't do this one justice, but this is a nice light green color. It has that really big nug structure, and this one never disappoints. We sell a lot of it. Our flower comes in a nice glass container. We always include that fresh pack. We want everyone to be smoking on some fresh herb.
Excellent. So would that be considered top shelf, high grade, you know, mid shelf? Where would that be? It sounds like it's a really premium flower.
Yeah, this is definitely some exotic. You can't find this too many places. This is definitely top shelf for our outdoor. And we recently just got some greenhouse and indoor. We can show y'all right here. There's some beautiful flower. Now this is what you're looking for. It has the nug, the trim, the smell. So this is our tangy.
So you know when you talk about like eating something sour and your mouth starts to salivate?
Yeah.
Happening to me right now.
Yeah, so this tangy, man, it tastes amazing. This one definitely recommend to roll up in a joint to really taste it. And then we also have Northern Lights. This is going to be one of our indoor strains. And again, it's just a beautiful flower. So we actually haven't told anyone we're coming off their greenhouse and indoor. So everyone listening, you're welcome. You're the first ones to know.
Excellent. So question on the flower with harvest season, you know, amidst harvest season right now, is your flower primarily grown outdoors, indoor greenhouse? You know, can you tell us a bit about the growing methods of the flower you guys have?
Yeah, definitely. We offer all 3, indoor, greenhouse, and outdoor. We're currently waiting for the new harvest to get that fresh outdoor of 2020. But our indoor and greenhouse is fresh right now, and we'll constantly be having some new strains, and hopefully they're strains that no one's ever tried before. You know, like I really like the Tangerine Northern Lights. We have another strain called Skittles. You know, that one just sounds good.
Sure. Now I'm very familiar with those strains from a THC standpoint, but I guess I'm not familiar with those strains from a CBD standpoint, from a hemp flower perspective.
Yeah, and you know, we actually compared our Northern Lights with a THC strain, and it was, you couldn't even tell because it looked very similar. So
that's great. I mean, if we can, it's interesting to me that I mean, I want to say you backtrack about 2 to 3 years, and hemp flower was terrible. Yeah. And it only took a real brief amount of time. Now it's comparable to, you know, the highest of high grade cannabis flower, THC flower, that you find out, you know, grown say indoors or outdoors in California. It's crazy.
Yeah, the price is definitely getting higher, and we like to listen to our clients. You know, people are asking us, hey, we want some CBD flower that looks like the real stuff and like smokes just as good. So, you know, people are definitely wanting more and more with their flower, and that's kind of why we're transitioning to the greenhouse and the indoor. And especially if they already have names of weed names, that definitely helps with CBD, because you know, for the common person walking down the street, they walk into a CBD shop. You know, if they see some Tangy versus some Super Haze, they're gonna go towards the Tangy because they've heard of it before.
Sure. Well, so that wraps up the hemp show today. But thank you so much for coming on here, Dalton and Dillon. If you're interested in connecting with CBDism, please add them to your CannTrade network. and you can order their products directly from the CBDism wholesale menu that's going to be posted in the webinar chat and on the trade floor feed. So thank you so much, guys. Hey, I'm going to shoot you over my address. I definitely expect a care package. I want some of that Tangy.
For sure, for sure. And guys, remember, dose daily.
Cheers.
Daily dose. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, thank y'all.